Okay, we're going to be beginning Access Chapter 4 now. Many of you have probably never used Access before. Some of you may have. It can be a little intimidating using a database system like Access if you've never used one before. But I assure you the things we'll be doing in this chapter shouldn't be too difficult for you. We're not going to be creating databases from scratch and doing a lot of complex querying. We're just going to do some reporting and creating some forms on some already created databases. So the first thing I want to show you here, you can see I have Beacon Learning up and the course opened in it. I want to show you how to download the database file we're going to be working in. So if you scroll down to the week here for Access Chapter 4, you can see there's a link here or a resource here called Databases for Access Assignments. Click on that. You'll have some details here about the databases that we are going to be using. The one we're going to be using for the step-by-step assignments is going to be the JSP Recruiters database. And now to access these, you want to click this link here. It can kind of blend in there with the blue on the blue background. But as you hover over it, it turns red. So you click on that, and it's going to make you open a zip folder. Okay, we open the folder here, and you'll see there's 3 databases in there. And what I want you to do is, this is the one for your step-by-step, the JSP Recruiters. These other 2, you'll choose one of those to do your cases and places assignments for Chapter 4 and 5 of Access. But we're going to be using the JSP Recruiters for our step-by-step instructions. So what I want you to do is click on it, right-click on it, and select Copy. Okay? Now you can see I'm using Windows 7 here, so things may look a little differently. But then I want you to navigate to your documents, and you should have a CIS 123 folder. I've created folders here for each of the chapters. I'm going to go into my Access Chapter 4 folder, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste that there. Now what this is doing is it's taking the zipped database file in the zipped folder that's in a temporary location because I opened it from Beacon Learning, and it's copying it here into my documents. You want to do that with all of these databases. If you open the database in the folder that opens when you click on this link, then you're going to be opening it in a temporary location. It's going to be read-only. You're not going to be able to make changes, and if you work on it there, anything you do won't be saved and you'll have to redo it. So make sure, it's very important that you save the database to your documents folder, or you can save it to a zip drive or whatever you are comfortable with, knowing where it's at and being able to access it and make changes to it. So now that I have it here, I'm going to go ahead and just open it now. And this may be your first time of seeing Access. There's a few little different things here. I'm not going to get into the step-by-step in this walkthrough. I'm just going to show you a few things. If your navigation pane isn't open, if you're not seeing this, it may look like this. This is your navigation pane. Go ahead and click on these double arrows, and that pulls out your navigation pane. Now in Access, you basically are working with what I like to call sub-files here. These are files within the Access database file, and they're tables, queries, forms, reports. These are all saved within this Access database. You don't actually save your database the way you would a Word file or an Excel spreadsheet. You save these little components or these sub-files of the database. And you'll see that more as we get into this lesson, where we'll be creating a report and saving that here within Access, creating a form, saving that here. So I just kind of want to get you familiar with that. I'm going to show you the tables. There's 2 tables in this database. There's the client table and the recruiter table. Basically, the client table has a list of clients for this hospital supplier company, and you can see all the data in there. It's just some basic stuff for the clients. And the recruiters has the recruiters who are selling these products to these clients, and you can see them listed here. There's basically 2 types of records in this database. One thing I want to show you in the client table here, if you scroll over to the right, you can see a recruiter number, and this is how you tie your recruiters to your clients in this database. That's just some basics. You don't really, probably more than you need to know for the step-by-step assignments here in Access 4. Just wanted to give you a basic overview of Access, sort of how it works, what our tables looks like, and then in the next walkthrough I'll be showing you, we'll actually be going through the lesson.